गणपते नमोस्तुते। मातङ्गवदना नमोस्तुते। मातङ्गवदना नमोस्तुते। महागणपते नमोस्तुते।
Offering our humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our Lord and Lord, Sri Satyasaya. Before beginning this program, I request everyone to join me in invoking Swami's presence to bless this event and pray that he guides us over the course of the next 2 days. Respected elders, my dear brothers and sisters, a very warm welcome to the 2-day summer course in Indian culture and spirituality. Over the next 2 days, we have an excellent panel of speakers and a host of activities designed with the objective of learning through Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasana. Literally, this translates to listening, reflecting and assimilating. This Vedantic edit on how to approach the supreme truths and absorb them can be applied to every learning opportunity that comes before us. Swami has said that the process of experiencing one's true self is through the practice of Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasana, that is hearing, reflection in the mind and meditation on the divine. The first step, which is Shravana, is to listen to the spiritual truth. Swami has emphasized that this in every field, Shravana is the most important step to be taken. Thereafter, the second step, Manana, is to reflect on these truths and teachings. And the third step in the spiritual path is Nididhyasana, which is to ultimately put into practice in our daily lives the teachings and truths which we have heard and reflected upon. Swami had once compared this learning process to that of having a meal, where Shravana is akin to cooking a meal, Manana is serving the meal, and finally digesting and assimilating this meal is the process of Nididhyasana. This summer course is structured to help everyone follow this learning path as espoused by Swami. The structure of all of the sessions would be as follows. Each speaker would speak for about 40 minutes, after which we would have a Q&A session for 15 minutes. The last 5 minutes of every session is set aside for us to reflect on the teachings and the learnings that we have heard during the course of this session. This is the process of Manana. And finally, we encourage everyone to make action points and write it down to ensure that they can take this forward in their daily lives and convert the Smarana and Manana to Nididhyasana by applying these teachings in our day-to-day lives in all of our regular activities. Some of the activities that have been planned over the next 2 days will also enable us to put into practice these teachings from the program itself. without any further ado, let us begin on the path of Sundar Anantharaman with the first session that explores the greatness of Indian culture. It is with great pleasure that I introduce the first speaker today, Sri Sundar Anantharaman sir. Presently, Sir serves as the state spiritual coordinator for Satsai Seva organization in Karnataka. So, prior to this role, Sir served as the district president of the Bengaluru West district from 2011 till 2020. An excellent bhajan singer and a member of the Vrindavan Bhajan Group Bangalore, Sir has had unique opportunity to render bhajans in the physical presence of our beloved. Sir had also initiated the Beacon project that was blessed by Bhagwan, where Ekadasi the Guru Jacket was conducted at the residence of 85 youth learners in Bangalore city, and later Sir led this team in Prashant Villain and chanted the Guru in the immediate physical presence of Swami in the Mandir Hall in 2010. An eloquent speaker, Sir has had the opportunity to address devotees during the Guru Purnima celebrations in Prashant Villain in 2013 and later during the birthday celebrations in November 2019. Professionally, Sir manages a firm of his own which focuses on soft skills training and mentoring, which he started with Bhagwan's blessing in the year 1995. Prior to this, he served in the industry as a marketing professional for over 14 years. Sir has conducted soft skills and personality development workshops in colleges, educational institutions, and corporate offices all over India, bringing a wealth of spiritual knowledge to bear on an extensive industry experience. Sir has conducted group programs on human values in various colleges in Karnataka state and has also had the opportunity to give a guest lecture to the MBA students at the Sri Satsai Institute of Higher Learning in Prashant Villain, and has also had the opportunity to address the students of Vrindavan College on the topic Power of Namasmarana. I'm excited for the opportunity to gain valuable knowledge and insight from Sir on the topic of greatness of Indian culture. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Sri Sundar Anantharaman.
Offering my most humble pronouncements at the divine lotus feet of the ever-present Swami, who is also present in everybody's heart. Respected District President of the Bangalore South District, Sri Sai Chandrasekhar, District Spiritual Coordinators, Nagar, Youth Coordinators of Bengaluru South District, and all the office bearers. A loving sayonara to all of you. Brothers and sisters, we are going to have a Q&A session, and I'm very happy that this program is on the theme of Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasana, which is very apt for today's scenario or today's lifestyle, I should say, because most of us attend summer courses or attend conferences, they remain there. It doesn't translate into practice. But this summer course is not going to be like that. All of you have been given the scribbling notes, not just to make notes. We have to contemplate on that. That is the manana. And how do you contemplate? Not discussing about that over the dining table with your parents. You can also do that. That is also one of the process. But more often than not, contemplate it individually within your study field, so that you relive and recap what has been discussed, so that it goes deep into your subconscious mind. And the third part comes later, that is applying or practicing those what we have learned here. Just to give you a preamble, summer course was being conducted by Bhagwan himself way back from 1972 onwards. And that used to be for 30 days, 30 full days. All the students all over Bangalore, India, all over the country used to come and attend these summer courses. I think most of the Swami students would be knowing about it, they would have participated in it. And then it came down to 3 weeks, then 2 weeks, right? Then 10 days, then 1 week, and now it is reduced to 2 days. Why? Because they don't have time. No problem. That is the trend today. So everything will have to be capsuled and presented to all of you in 2 days time. Everything comes in today in capsule, right? This is also, summer course also is being reduced into a capsule. Okay, now let's go to the topic because we have been given only 40 minutes time. I request all to be interactive because these are all sessions which will have to be interactive because you need to ask questions. Please ask questions. There is time for that. But that is time for you. But I also have get a lot of calls, so I will keep asking questions to you. So during this 40 minutes, I will be asking a lot of questions to you. You with your wisdom will have answer. And after that, you can ask questions so that we can together learn. The topic given to us today is greatness of Indian culture. In fact, this summer course itself is on Indian culture and spirituality. This boy is asking what is culture. He's asking what is culture. So can anyone tell me what culture is all about? By the way, compliments to the girl students who have come in large numbers. I think out of the boys here, please give them a big hand. You have to give them a hand, not they. It is always the case in synthesized organizations where women outnumber men always. Okay, what is culture? I'll ask the majority of them here. Anybody quickly can tell me what culture is all about? Most of you must have heard this. I hope he is not reading this.
Value that we have inculcated from our ancestors.
The value that we have inculcated from our ancestors. Yes, anybody here? What is culture? Pardon?
Concern for others.
Concern for others. And just present himself with the answer. Concern for others is culture.
Set of traditions,
Pardon?
traditions, practices, customs belong to our traditions, practices, customs, rituals belong to a particular place.
Good. Anybody else? Culture? Quickly.
The way how we live, traditions.
Tradition? How we live? Is culture. Okay. Yes. How do you practice what you have learned? That is Savana Manana Nididhyasana. We are talking about Nididhyasana is culture. Okay, good. Anybody else? Now? Culture. Very good. Yeah.
Upbringing, thinking,
Upbringing.
dance, or the word.
They are expressions of our culture. Yes. Culture means refinement. Culture actually means refinement. Incidentally, let me tell you in the beginning, all this material mostly are based on Bhagavan's teachings, various discourses, discourses, and various other patients. Right? Now, the word culture has been derived from the Latin word called cultus, meaning refinement. So, if anybody asks you what is culture, it is all the expression, the traditions, the way we dress, the way we talk, right? The way we mingle with others, and all the ancestral traditions which we have been following, the heritage, and all are examples of culture. What culture means is refinement. Refinement of what? Anything which is refined is culture. You have heard about refined oil, no? All of you. Today, not only women, even men cook. So they use refined oil. From crude oil, it is being made to refined oil, right? So anything is culture, raw oil is being made to refined oil. So there is culture. So anything which is refined is culture. He is a cultured boy. She is a cultured lady. Her behavior is very cultured, it is refined. How it is refined, we'll see that later. So first time, fundamentally, we have to understand Indian culture is refined approach, refined aspects of Indian tradition is called as culture. Good. So the culture is a way, in fact, as I was mentioning, the clothes that we wear, the language that we speak, and the God that we worship, the way we communicate. For example, you are all working, maybe some of you are working. How to talk to your boss, how to talk to your parents, how to behave in meeting, what are the etiquettes that we follow in driving, in talking, in communication, in everything, in eating, for example, in everything, culture is expressed in all our actions. That is culture. If a person may be educated, but he may not have culture. If a person may be educated just because he has earned a degree or a 2 or a 3 or a PhD holder, is just an academic excellence, that's all. He may or may not be cultured. So culture is defined. Is it clear? For example, paddy. Paddy goes through a process and then becomes rice. Anybody who says that I eat paddy every day, I eat paddy every day, anybody? We all eat rice. How did rice come from paddy? So the process of making paddy into a palatable, edible rice, it has undergone a process. That process is called as culturing. That is why it is called as agriculture. Why it is called agriculture? Why we are using the word agriculture? Culture is culturing is the process, undergone a process of refinement or purification. Now here, what we have to understand, for example, gold. Raw gold gets converted into jewelry. Raw gold is very, very less costly, but jewelry is very costly. All of you know about it, right? Paddy, for example, is just 2 rupees per kg. Sri Swami, 2 rupees per kg. But when it is refined, it has undergone a process. The value gets added, increased, right? So it becomes 70 rupees per kg, right? So whenever there is a refinement, value gets added. Value gets added. For example, a metal piece has got no value, but it is converted into a watch. It costs 1,500, 2,000, 3,000 rupees. And therefore, the wood piece. So what happens here is, everything is culture. For example, I talked about horticulture, sericulture, aquaculture. Aquaculture, what does aquaculture mean? Refinement of water. Water, hard water costs nothing, 0 cost. But when it is converted into mineral water, it costs about 20-25 rupees. Why is it costly? Because it is undergone purification process or refinement. Clear? Any questions? Okay, you can ask, you can write the question because we have been only given 40 minutes time. You can write the question and ask me at the end of the session, right? So, this is the process. So, culture means not only traditions, traditions are only expressions of culture, but culture means refinement. Is that clear? Anybody? Any questions, please? He's asking what is human culture? You talk about agriculture, you talk about refinement of water and things like that. Yes, I can understand all that. What about human culture? Now the answer to this is this. What do you deduce from this picture? Yeah. Sculpture, somebody is sculpted, sculpture is sculpturing. Yes, he is chiseling it, but it is being converted to an idol of Shirdi Baba. A solid rock is being converted. So this is what human culture. That boy asked, what is human culture? The answer is this. What does this mean? Let's just say part you see my video last week? No, because it's gone viral, unfortunately. The same on the day shop. I hope not. Please give him a big hand. Can you know where you're from? What is your name? Ashwin. Uh, of course, the ceiling farm is for the rivers, but the sculpture was already there. Those sculptures are removing the unnecessary part and turns into a very you see, you've heard Swami talking about it and you've read Swami discuss. Yes. You got what he said? What he said was removing unnecessary qualities in us is culture. Now, what is the difference? What is the difference between agriculture, horticulture, aquaculture, and human culture? That means here also value is getting added? No. Is the value getting added here? No. The value is already there. 100% value is already there in human culture. We are only removing what is not required. That is the difference. It is not the same difference that every process where it's getting purified and where the value is increasing. Value is already there. 100% value is there. Then what needs to be purified? What needs to be purified? What needs to be refined is removal of that which is not required to our personality. That means, what is not Shirdi Baba, you remove it. Here's Shirdi Baba. What is not Shirdi Baba? Shirdi Baba has got certain qualities. What is not Shirdi Baba? That means what is not divine, what is not human, what is not valuable, that you remove it from your personality. And what is there? What is that? All our negative qualities like ego, like anger, like temper, like short-temperedness. Now reacting instead of responding, you are going to listen to emotional quotient. You are going to, whether you react or respond. Like we react to situations. Like road rage, for example. We are driving very fast in Bangalore city. If anybody just touches, we are getting enraged. If anybody overtakes from a wrong direction, we shout at them. Road rage. All these are expressions of unrefined, uncultured approaches. A person who is balanced, a person who is calm, a person who is sattvic, a person who has balance of mind and balance of emotion is culture. And that doesn't come just by attending one day's summer course. It requires summer course Shravanam, Mananam, and Nididhyasana. So, removal of, for example, Arshad Vargas, Kavapo, the Lopo, Madhamasana, there were 6 Arshad Vargas, right? You remove that. When you remove that, what is already there gets manifested. Brothers and sisters, this is the difference between human culture and other culture. For example, there is sunshine. But if on a cloudy morning, the sun gets covered. Can you say the sun is not there? No, sun is there, but it is not shining. What is hindering from shining is the cloud. If the cloud gets moved, the already existing sun will shine. Which means you are already having values, and the values will get shine when the waste is removed. So, the difference between agriculture, horticulture, and silviculture, and all aquaculture, and all that to human culture is, in this case, is value addition. In the case of human culture, it is waste subtraction. Is that clear, please? In case of human culture, it is waste subtraction. In case of horticulture and other culture, it is value addition, raw to purification. Clear? So, Indian culture means that cultured approach is called as Indian culture. There is a boy asking, what is the greatness of Indian culture? No, that is a topic given to us. Right? We are going to discuss about greatness of Indian culture. Yes, we know what is culture, let's discuss what greatness of Indian culture. What is great about Indian culture? It doesn't mean that other cultures are not good, are not great. They are also great in their own measure and in their countries. The problem is we are mixing both coffee and tea together. Tea has to be consumed specially. There are two tanks. Everybody wanted tea, will have tea separately. Anybody wanted coffee, will have coffee separately. I take tea, I take tea. That time there comes coffee. No, I want both mixed together. Can you enjoy that? No. The problem is we are mixing both Indian culture and Western culture. That is the problem. Living in India, we think like American. Go to America, think like Indian. We are American in America. We are Roman in Roman. We are Indian in India. We are JP Nagarian in JP Nagarian. Right? You can't be a person with Belgaum culture in Bangalore. You will not work. That is a song says, you don't drive foreign cars here. They manufacture imported cars, right? I'm having imported cars costing only 50 lakh rupees, only 50 lakhs. But can you drive in Bangalore with a lot of roadhouse and road repair and diversions and dogs coming in between and all that? Impossible. That is the song says, in their cars, there is no brake, there is no clutch at all. But here, you need to keep on pressing the brake. Right? You need to keep applying the brake. So the brake will have to be stronger here. There it is not required. Just keep accelerating. 200 kilometers you can go. The reason why I'm saying give the example is understand our culture. Brothers and sisters, please understand our culture. We don't know our culture. That is the problem. We are not aware of our culture. Leave alone practicing it. Please leave alone realizing it. You don't have to popularize our culture. You don't have to blow a trumpet that our culture is like that. No, practice that will. The purpose of the whole 2-day program is to practice. And all the topics that we are going to discuss here, I have got an undercurrent message of Indian culture and spirituality. That is the reason why the summer course is themed as Indian culture and spirituality. Now let's go to the next. What does Swami say about our culture? Vishwas, can you change this? It's not working. Okay. Swami says Indian culture is very age-shaped. This is verbatim, Swami. In fact, it dates back to thousands of years from the Vedic period. So Swami says it has got a very great historical past. So one greatness of Indian culture is it dates back to thousands of years during the Vedic period. Rama Avatar was about 10,000 years ago. Krishna Avatar was about 5,000 years ago. Vedic period was much before that. So it dates back to that. No other country has got such an ancient Vedic culture and such a heritage culture. Indian culture is very ancient. That is why it is called as Sanatana Dharma. Sacred Vedas had their origin in Bharat. Now Vedas are being popular all over the country. But it originated in your country, in your Bharat. Incidentally, Swami doesn't say India. Swami doesn't say Indian culture. He always uses the word Bharatiya and Bharatiya Samskriti. He says. It is not Indian culture, it is Bharatiya Samskriti. So, it dates back to thousands and thousands of years. That is number one greatness of Indian culture. The second is Bharat is the origin of Vedas. Origin of Vedas. How many of you can chant Veda out of? If you want, raise like this. If you say like this, only Garana Twine. If you raise like this, I know Rudra also. So you know Vedas, please raise your hand. Okay, good. So all of you, some of you know Veda, right? Now Vedas, how did it originate? Who composed Vedas? Where is the composed Vedas? Is it right? Yeah.
It's the voice of God.
It's the voice of God. Nobody composed Vedas. It is called as Apaurushaya. Apaurushaya means it is just heard, felt by the seers. They were able to see the mantras. See means see. That is why they are called as seers. The difference between sages and seers. Who is a sage? Who is a seer? A sage is one who does homa and yajna and all that. That is what the beards and all that. That's the most of the youngsters involved, right? Sages and seers. Who is a seer? Who is a sage? A seer is the one who has seen the mantras. They saw the mantras. You may think, did they appear in the sky, sir? No, it did not appear in the sky. It is they were able to feel it. They were able to feel the mantras. Right? That is why they are called as mantra drashtas. In Indian culture, they are called as mantra drashta. Drashta is one who saw the mantras and they did not know they composed it. That's why it's called as apaurushaya. These were all sages and seers. A sage became a seer. A sage became a seer after looking at the mantras and imbibing it into his personality. That is why they say, I have seen God. With all the confidence, the seer said, I have seen God. And he looks splendorous like 1,000 suns. S-U-N-S. Vedahumedam Purusham Mahantam Aditya Varnam Tamasah Parastar. What does this mean? Vedahumedam Purusham Mahantam. After seeing the mantras, after looking at the mantras, they declare with all the confidence that I have seen God. How does he look? How do you feel? Vedahumedam Purusham Mahantam Aditya Varnam Tamasah Parastar. Beyond darkness. Splendor of 1,000 suns. So our sages who became seers were able to see and feel the Vedic mantras, brothers and sisters. That is how Veda originated. And later on, Veda Vyasa divided the whole thing into 4 groups and then he named them. Then it came out. Then all these mantras were actually told mouth to mouth. There were no books, there were no Veda books at all. It is only later on, about 100 years before it all came. But prior to that, even my dad, for example, learned Vedas at the age of 7. He says, don't read the book and learn Vedas. It cannot be learned like that. You are doing a wrong practice. It has to be learned only by Shruti. The teacher teaches the mantra and the student repeats. Today, we are having Google. And we see the Google and repeat the mantra. So the Google is a guru. Google is an international guru. Right? So that is different case. Those days. So these sages learned these mantras, taught the mantras to their disciples. And that is how generations after generations, all these mantras were chanted. Now, not all these mantras, they are not ordinary syllables like alphabet A to Z. No. They are very powerful mantra. Every mantra has got a lot of power in it. Right? So, Bharat was the origin of Vedas. The first one is ancient. The second point of greatness of Indian culture is Bharat is the origin of Vedas. The third one is Bharat believed the sages, the seers, and ancient Indians believed in Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara. What does it mean? You would have heard this so many thousands of times, right? Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara. But today, you know what has happened? Swami says, Satyam, what is Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara? Speak the truth and practice righteousness. Yeah? Speak the truth and practice righteousness. You cannot, but you are speaking righteousness and following Satya. That is wrong. You can only speak Satya. You cannot practice Satya. When you practice Satya, it becomes righteousness or Dharma. So, Satyam Vada, Dharma Chara means you have to practice. Dharma you can only practice. You cannot preach dharma. You should not preach dharma. You have to practice dharma. Satyavada Dharmachara is one of the fundamental aspects of Indian culture. Anybody is not expected to speak untruth. Anybody is only expected to speak truth. Today, we also speak truths. Not that everything I say is not untruth. Okay, I also speak truths. That is the trend today. Okay, don't think that I only speak untruth. Okay, I also speak truth. That is the trend today. Ancient, because whatever they speak was only truths. Truth and truth itself is a 45-minute subject matter. 45 minutes subject matter. Right? Satyam Vada, Dharmam Chada. But what is happening today is Satyam Vada, which if you emphasize that is killing Satyam, and Dharmam Chera. Chera means arresting Dharma. That is what is the trend today, is what Swami says. I am not saying it. Satyam Vada, Dharmam Chera. No. Satyam Vada, speak truth, and Dharmam Chera. And what is Dharma? Dharma is whatever you think, you should speak. Whatever you speak, you must act. Unity of thought, word, and deed. When you register for summer course, you should be here at 8 o'clock. Suppose you come at 10:30, that means you are not following what we have taught. I want to be here at 8 o'clock. Right? So, if suppose you don't come for summer course, I have registered but I was not able to come. That means thought, word, and deed is not there. Similarly, I have attended the summer course, but I have not practiced it. That is also lack of unity of thought, word, and deed. So, who is attending the summer course, let us contemplate and let us practice. That is thought, word, and deed. Thought, that comes in the mind. Word, that you speak, and action that you do is called as Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara. Dharmam Chara means acting according to what you thought and what you spoke. You give a commitment to your parents. I will do this, I will do this. But if you don't do it, that is going against the Dharma. That is not Indian culture. That is anything but not Indian culture. So what is Indian culture is Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara. Next. Always Indians pray that all the residents of JP Nagar should be happy, all the residents of my cross, my apartment should be happy. It is not like that. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. What is samasta loka sukhino bhavantu? Let the whole world be happy. Let all the worlds be happy. Let every living being be happy. That used to be the vastness of Indian culture. We don't pray for our family, our parents, our kith and kin, our brothers and sisters, our relatives. No. We pray for the whole world. That used to be the prayer of Indian culture. Indians started like that. We were never selfish in our approach. Selfless, very broad-minded. So if anybody say Indian is a narrow-minded man, he is talking total untruth. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavan. Let us chant this thrice together in big chorus. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Next. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Again. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. The third greatness of Indian culture is Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. That is why even in COVID times, India offered our vaccines to the whole country. Why should we do it? Do you think other countries should have done it? No, they are very selfish. They will only protect their own people. Why should I give it to you? In fact, to certain countries who are financially weak, I don't want to name the country, we gave it free of cost. This is Indian culture. Why should we do it in the 21st century where there is an economic competition among countries and we have discovered the vaccine? Why should we give it to other countries? Let every child be vaccinated in our country. No, we didn't say that. We gave it to the entire nation. Well, wherever there was a demand. Why? This is a part of Indian culture. We are not, I'm just going to give you an example. There are plenty of examples like this. Next is, how many of you know this? Sahana Bhavatu? Those who, I think, even those who don't know Vedas also will be there. Because it's part of Indian prayer. No? Let's chant together. Sahana Bhavatu, Sahana Bhunatu, Sahayeram Gavahare, Tejasvi Avadi Namastu Mavirvishahare. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Unity in diversity. There should be unity in India, a diverse culture. You go to the north, there are Punjabis there. You go to Uttar Pradesh, there are Chats there. You go to Lucknow, there are Muslims there. You come to South India, there are Ayers and Ayigas and all the Gaudas and everybody there. You go to Kerala, there are various. So every state, in fact, is a country by itself in India. Every state has got its own culture. Every state is like a mini country, but we are integrating everything. Not only in India, but we accept every religion. That is the greatness of Indian culture. We accept everybody. That is the reason why we have allowed everybody to invade our country, but yet they are not able to expand. So India is so great, and India is so strong, and India is so vast that any amount of looting, they are not able to get anything from here. Still, wealth is there. That is the greatness of Indian culture and Indian country. And what does Sahana Bhavatu mean? Sahana Bhavatu means tolerance, peaceful coexistence. There should be understanding, not misunderstanding. There should be cooperative living, not operating. So Swami says there is no cooperation today, there is only operation everywhere. We only hear operation. Operation, surgery, operation everywhere. Right? We are not listening to any cooperation. But Indian culture is Sahana Bhavatu somehow. That is Indian culture says it is cooperative living. Swami sings a beautiful poem, Kalasi Nelasi Tirigudha, Kalasi Nelasi Periguda, Kalasi Nelasi, Kalataleka, Telini Pinchudam, Cheriri, Balini, Cheriri Pinchudam. That means let us live together, let us mingle together. Let us live in cooperative existence. Let us mingle together. Let us come together and work together. That is management. Today's management is group dynamism and teamwork. Teamwork and team building exercises we do in corporates. That is all basis of Sahana. This is the basis. And we try to give a big, better name and say team building exercises and group dynamism in management terms. So this was there thousands of years ago. We have been practicing, all the sages practiced it. That is why sages lived peacefully with animals. Swami says, for example, we have AK-47 rifles and all that. They were living in the forest with cruel animals, with snakes, everywhere, scorpions, tigers and elephants, tigers and lions. How did they do it? How did they live? And Swami says the only weapon they have got is the kamandalam, they have got a water can. That is the only weapon they have got, nothing else. They did not have arms and ammunition to protect themselves from wild animals. What is it that they had? Love in their heart. When they have love in their heart, what happened? Even the animals and snakes came and they came and sat next to the sage meditating and lived peacefully. This Sahana Bhavatu, Sahana. So if you can practice this, the whole world will love you. The whole world, there is no difference of opinion at all. Today there is a difference. We are only dissecting everything. We are only cutting away everything. Swami says, supposing you want to stitch a shirt or a pant, you got a big block. What do? You cut pieces, cut into pieces. But what is that that unites? What is that which unites? They cut pieces? Not the stitch, the needle. It is the needle which unites. The scissor cut. But don't be like the sinner, be like the needy promises. That is Sahanava. Let us not differentiate between that community and this community, JP Nagar Residents Association, Raja Nagar Welfare Association, right? Barashakti, we are all grouped up to a different master. No, all of us, first of all, is Bangalore city, all of us are Karnataka, all of us are Indians. All of us are human beings. So, the one combining factor is Sahana Bhavatu. This is the fourth greatness of Indian culture. Next, very important. Matru, all of you can chant together, even if you don't know it written there. Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Aditi Devo Bhava. What does it mean? I'm not, this is the first time I'm hearing this.
Matru Devo Bhava is okay, hierarchy is started with another daughter and then you do Lord. You will start by bowing down your mother's and then talk like that.
What does Matru Devo Bhava means? Mother is God. You didn't say that. Mother is God. Then who is Guru? Your instructor, your lecturer, your mentor, your trainer, whoever is God. Then, is the word God? Guest is God. Do we practice this? We try to practice it. We attempt to practice it. No, this is our Indian culture. Pay rent, what does it mean? Pay rent is pay rent. You have to give rent. After you grow, you start earning, you pay rent to me. Is it that? What does pay rent mean? What is the rent? What is the rent that you pay to your father or your parents? Love and affection? Respect? Huh? Yeah? No, what is it? Huh? Thanks. Can I get a right word? Yes, please. Gratitude, please give me a hand. Very good, absolutely right. Gratitude is the rent you have to pay to your parents. Gratitude. And if you don't have gratitude, you lose your eyesight. How is it possible? Maybe you see. Over a period of time, you lose your eyesight, says Bhagavan, if you don't have gratitude. Why? Because our Vedic mantra, I don't know how many of you know, Aditi Stotra, it says, three things. I will try to go fast because running out of time. Three things. One is Tamajnanama. Second is Himajnanama. And third is Kritajnanama. Three things are. I don't know how many of you know. I'm not going to ask you this. First is in the sloka, in the Vedic mantra, these three things comes. We are just chanting it without knowing the meaning. If you know the meaning, that is Nididhyasana. Shravanam Nididhyasana. What is Nididhyasana? You can practice what you are chanting. What does it mean? First is Tamajnanama. You address the sun God, oh God, when you raise, oh sun, darkness goes away. I mean, absolutely right. Huh? The light goes away when the sun rises. Tamajnanama. The second is thing, oh sun God, when you rise, Himajnanama. Himajnanama, Hima is fog or the snow which is there in the Himalayas, that will start melting. Right? When the sun rises, because of the heat, the snow mountains will start melting. Himajnanama. This is all the mantra says. Third is, Kritajnanama. What is Kritajnanama says? What does it mean? Kritajna means person with ingratitude. You go away from that person. Now what does this mean? The person of ingratitude, sun God will go away from you. What does it mean is, there is a line in Purusha Sutta which says, Chandrama Manaso Jada, Chakshur Suryo Ajaya. Solar energy, the sun potency is present in our eyes. There is a link between, connection between mind and the moon. Chandrama Manasudara, Chakshu Suryo Jaya. That means there is a connection between the solar energy and our eyes. That means the power of vision is solar energy present. It is not the nerves or the cells, no, that is biology. But the inner aspect is the solar energy is present in our eyes that we are able to see. And now, if you have ingratitude to the people who have helped you, especially your parents, what happens is over a period of time, you lose your eyesight. That means you pray to God, you are telling God, oh God, you go away from the person who develops ingratitude. Whether it happens or not, you may not worry, but it is happening every time. You may not realize. Suddenly, you lose your eyesight. Suddenly, you are not able to see things. Review yourself. I am not saying every person with ingratitude loses their eyesight. It is not that. It is a mixture of both. But very often than not, the solar energy which is present in your eyes, you lose it because of ingratitude. That is why I pay rent of gratitude. Today, I'll come to that aspect when we are discussing about some of the history. Now, right now, second is gratitude to your teachers and mentors who have given so much of knowledge to you. If you have ingratitude, you don't follow them or disrespect them, that is also ingratitude. That is not Indian culture. The third is Atithi Devo Baba. Anybody comes to your house, not only house, even Samithi. Supposing anybody comes to your Samithi and says, sir, I come for the first time. Oh, I see. So what? Come for the first time. Simple, but the result, but you get lost. If this is our attitude, then it is also wrong. Attitude. Atithi Devo Baba. Anybody comes new, smilingly welcome them. Anybody who comes to your house, smilingly welcome them. You may say, sir, today is risky, sir. We don't know who is coming to our house. How can we welcome everybody? Don't open the doors. At least smile. Right? You have an iron gate. Smile at them and then close the door. Atithi never go on because you don't know who is coming. Today, because of various lifestyle problems and diseases, there are certain unbelievable, unscrupulous elements which are also coming, right? I agree with that. But that is not our problem. But Atithi Devo Baba in those days used to be anybody who comes is a form of God. That's why God has also appeared in the form of dogs in very many places. Shirdi Baba has God visited various places in the form of dogs. Atithi Devo Baba need not be a human being also. He can be a parrot, he can be a squirrel, he can be a sparrow, he can be a crow, anybody. So we respect everybody, all living beings. This is the basis of Indian culture. So much of difference, no? In the times we live and in the times they live. So much of difference. What of water has flowed? So much. Right? So this is our prayer. This is there in our Vedas. This is the part of Indian culture. Next. India is not only achieved great achievement in science. Sage Vishwamitra, Swami says, was a Vedic scientist. Why? Because not only he invented, he gave the Gayatri mantra, he was a scientist who invented light missiles, fire missiles. The fire missiles that we are using today, the light missiles, it has not been manufactured or discovered by our scientists. No. It was discovered thousands of years ago by sage Vishwamitra, and he gave all these missiles to Rama. That is how Rama got killed. Rama got killed because of special weapons, not imported from Russia or Germany. It is imported, manufactured by Vishwamitra, and he gave to Lord Rama. Rama massacred all the demons by these light missiles and fire missiles. The Agni missiles, not now, but thousands of years ago. So that is the greatness of Indian culture. And all because of the Vedic mantras that he was able to manufacture. Next. Bharat was a leader, not only in science but also arithmetic. Romans learned arithmetic from India long back. So your country is a country where arithmetic was discovered, arithmetic was adopted So the principles of Indian arithmetic were adopted by the Romans. Not only that, Bhagwan says beautifully, India is protected by Himalayas. Dear young sisters and brothers, India is protected by the Himalayas. Not only Himas, Himachala. Hima Achala means Hima is ice, Achala means that which doesn't move. Your heart is actually Himachala. So Swami said it should be as cool as the Himalayas. Now what does Himalaya range, mountain range, what does it mean? It says it is cool. It gives you cool breeze. Not only that, it is there in the north of India and Ganga flows in that. Ganga flows near the Himalayas and that is the Ganga, he says, never runs dry. It is capable of destroying all the bacteria and that bring disease to you. Not only skin diseases but also internal diseases. Ganga is a natural medicine. Ganga water is a natural medicine, brothers and sisters. Please realize that. Your country has got that. We are not talking about Thames River. We are talking about Ganges, which is your possession. Be proud that you are an Indian. Live in India. Go and drink that Ganges water. That is why in Bhagavad it says, Bhagavad Gita, Kichita Dita, Ganga Jala, Kalika Pita, Bhagavad Gita, Kichita Dita, Ganga Jala, Kalika Pita. What does it mean? It means Bhagavad Gita in this reads one portion at least and practice it. One portion of Bhagavad Gita is so powerful. Similarly, one drop of Ganges water is very, very purified. This is the power of Indian culture. Ganges is not there in Germany. Ganges is not there in Washington. Ganges is there in your country, in our country, Bharat. And that is why you go to Kashi or Ganges and drink Ganges water and give it to everybody. Why? Because Ganges water is so powerful. Realize this. The purpose of this discussion is you should know the strength of your country. And you should be able to not only understand the greatness of your country and also practice it, but also propagate Indian culture and spirituality. Today what is happening is we are ourselves not aware of our culture. That's the problem. It's a land of avatars. India was a land of avatars. I only mentioned 3 avatars here: Purna avatars, Rama, Krishna and Swami. But there are plenty of avatars who came from time to time. Everybody was an avatar. Why? India, and they were all born in India only. Excepting perhaps Jesus Christ was there in Jerusalem. So, land of avatars, India is a land of avatars. Not only that, India is a land of sages and seers. All the sages and seers who propagated spirituality and culture, they're all born in India. There are plenty of them. The screen size is only so much. I could not put anybody else, right? Only so much I could accommodate. Not only that, land of musicians. India is a great land of musicians. All these musicians were product of Indian culture. Not only that, but today, let's see the other side. We are not familiar with this. We are not familiar with Purandardasa or Harishankara or Bhajagovindam and all that. We are more familiar with this. And what is this? What is happening today is we are impacted by Indians are impacted by Western civilization. I am not talking about Western culture, but we are impacted by Western civilization. And getting affected. I'm not saying getting spoiled, but we are getting affected. We are trying to mix up both coffee and tea as I came in the morning, which is wrong. Like the water flows easily to lower levels. The water always flows like that. We are trying to pick up the lower values of Western civilization and trying to adopt them. Why? Because it suits our mind, it suits our body, it suits our senses. Culture should operate at three levels, brothers and sisters. Culture, refinement, operates at physical, mental, and spiritual level. Only there is culture. Civilization operates at two levels: body, senses, and mind. Three levels, different three levels. Body, senses, and mind, that which satisfies all this is civilization. We are going after civilization, that which is appeal to our eyes, that which appeals to our senses, and that which appeals to our mind. We are not taking into account the heart. That is the problem. And the result is this. I am not trying to criticize them. Don't get me wrong. This is the lifestyle in which we are living. Cut jeans, not Indian culture. Going with the dog early in the morning with Bermuda and spoiling the roads. The objective is not taking for a walk. The objective is spoiling the roads. And who cleans the road? BBMP is there. We are paying taxes. No, BBMP is there to clean the roads. With humble pronouns to all those people who are having pet dogs in their home, I'm trying to criticize you for Prima. But I'm not trying to say, where did that culture come from? From the culture. But we adopted that culture. Why? For our convenience. Why do we take dogs outside? 9 out of 10 times, because we want to ensure that our homes are clean. Don't get me wrong. Dogs are good. Dogs also have good dignity. But what is happening is we love dogs more than our parents. That is the problem. We love dogs more than our parents because in various countries like Thailand and Malaysia, I was told that there is a law that if you are having a dog, in any case, you have to ensure that you protect your parents. What we do, we love dogs, we buy two dogs, but we ensure that we admit our parents to old age home. We admit our parents to old age home, we love dogs, we live with dogs, and we love dogs. This is the impact of other civilizations. I am not trying to criticize them. Please don't get me wrong. I am not trying to criticize, but this is what's happening. Food style, lifestyle. This is not our lifestyle, it's happening. But all the food style, lifestyle, what is happening, the pizzas and pastas, it's okay. It's okay to have a high-tech life. But what I'm trying to say here is, the other day also I was talking in some of those, that this lifestyle you can be happy with this lifestyle till you are reaching 30 or 35 years. A lifestyle which only appeals to senses, body and mind is good. You may think that I am not having any problem at all. I am able to survive, I am healthy, I am happy. Yes, what is the age? 25. Become 35, they tell me. Give me a call after you reach age call. Because all the wrongdoings and the ill lifestyles you are having will be good till 35 because your body metabolism can take it. You are still young. Once you cross 35, 40, and that is where you are changing the gears and settling down in life. Your health will not cooperate. Your body will not cooperate with you. That is where problem starts. Diseases set in. That is where sickness starts. So any lifestyle should make you happy till you are living in the 70, 80, 90 years. But this cannot happen. Next. This is Swami saying that we teach our children Baba Black Sheep. We start the education with Baba Black Sheep, not Ahmed Brahmas. How many children know Ahmed Brahmas? Of course, Bhagavatas children knows. But they know Baba Black Sheep. Next, Swami says, how language is degeneration. For example, if anybody does a good job, olden days, according to Indian culture, they say you are a god boy. Just an example, you can refer to Swami's discourse. Swami said, you are a god boy. People used to praise that boy and bless that boy or a girl. You are a god boy or a god girl. God boy. Then a period of time, it changed to good boy. Now we say good boy. Oh, very good boy, good boy. Like from God boy, it became good boy. Now, goodbye. From God boy to good boy to goodbye to bye bye to bye. So, bye or die, I don't know. That's why we say, no, anyways, uncle comes, hi, bye here, uncle, get bye here, when bye. What does it mean? Bye? It is not a part of Indian culture. Don't get me wrong. It's not a part of Indian culture. Indian culture was started with God boy. This is how we don't know. In our 30, 40 years or your age, 20, 30, 40 years, you don't know the history. But Swami is saying this. Swami stated Indian culture, everybody doing a good job. They used to say, God boy. God boy became bye. We say bye, that's all. I and bye. That is our relationship. And very sana, that is not good. This is how the present times are. I am not saying present generation. Next, Swami says Indians are like an elephant. ఏనుగలకు ఎట్లా తన బలము ఎరుగలేదో అట్టిలైనారు భారతీయుడు నేడు. That means that an elephant doesn't know its own strength. That's the greatest weakness. It has got all the physical strength. He says, if one stroke, the tail of the elephant hits the mammoth, he will go and fall 10 feet away. That is the strength of the life, the tail of the elephant. Talk about. So Indians are like the elephant, Swami says. It doesn't know, do not know our own culture. And the Mahmoud who is controlling is the Western civilization. The Western civilization has got the technology on hand, with the stick on hand, and it is making us dance. Dance according to their rules, not our rules. Dance according to their rules. So Indians have become, though we have all the strength, all our cultures, so much in our culture, which we saw in earlier slides, still we have this problem, and we are dancing according to the Mao's dictates. So, what you have to do, take away message from here is, we have to restore our pristine glory. Who will do it?
Yeah.
You are really there? No, sir, you do it. You are asking who to do it. I need to give a presentation on Indian culture, so you do it. You ask me to come, I came. So you are saying that you do it. What the song is this? You have to do it. It is in your hands. You have to do it. First of all, learn about our culture. Understand the greatness of our culture. Need not have pick up the positives of our culture, but we are very quick at picking up the negatives of others' civilization. Why? It suits our mind, body, and senses. Stop that. Practice your culture. Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava. All these aspects. Develop gratitude. Develop unity. Don't have difference of opinion. Then offer everything to God and practice it. That is the message of greatness of Indian culture. Thank you for your patience. Thank you, Saira. Thank you. Question. 2 minutes or 2 questions. 2 questions. Yes, yes.
So I've come across like even the Western civilization are realizing their own negatives. So as representatives of Indian culture, when we go to their land, how much should we uphold our culture and assimilate their culture? How much should we do that? We should also respect their culture as well. But how much should we overpower ours?
That which is good, that which is possible, that which appears to physical, mental, and spiritual level, please follow. For example, often See, for example, any foreign goods, I'm just giving a vague example without even analyzing. Just if you go to foreign countries, you appreciate their cleanliness. I'm not talking about the cleanliness of the body or mind, I'm talking about the cleanliness of the road. Their time sense developed, their punctuality, they respect the system, they respect the law of the country. Please follow them. These are the aspects which you have to get follow from the government and try to apply it. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Thank you for the lecture. I have two questions. I'll just quickly read through them. So the first question was with respect to what you spoke about always speaking the truth. In terms of its practical application in our lives, oftentimes in our work or in other spaces, we are more or less necessitated, I would say, to speak certain dialects. So how do we go about avoiding that in the first instance? And people say, for example, I'm in my workplace and stay a code, and I would have to, in certain instances, speak something from a client that may not necessarily always be 100% the truth, where we will kind of stretch the truth a little. So how do we work around that would be my first question. The second question I have is with respect to what you said about unity and diversity and how each state itself has its own culture, and in United we have what we consider Indian culture. Why can't we extend that at a global level and have a global culture instead? On the other hand, it's said that we shouldn't be mixing Western civilization and the Indian culture itself. So why can't we essentially mix what is good and both and have a universal culture would be my question.
Coming to your first question, there's nothing called as white lines or blue lines or green lines. Sky is a line. And Satyapada Dharmachala is the standard benchmark. You have to work towards Satyavada Dharmachala because your Vedas say so, Bhagavan says so, your scriptures say so, your ancestors were practicing it. And they were really happy that what you were before, what you are now. So if that is the benchmark, you have to calculate the standard deviation, how much of percentage you are deviating from that. Work towards that. Don't have in the mind that I cannot survive today without lies. First remove that from root of from your mind. Don't ever have an assumption. Assume that yes, the world is true. Everywhere there is truth only prevails. There is no promise, right? And truth only will prevail. Sooner or later, truth and dharma will win. Just because you have to survive in today's meeting with your boss or today's client meeting and to make it happy, don't tell Anna. Number one. Number, even the truth will have to be spoken palatably. Satyavada Dharmachala is only one aspect. How do you have to speak the truth? Can anybody say that? Satyam Bruya, Priyam Bruya, Na Bruya, Satyam Apriyam. It itself says that just because your client is happy with untruth, don't speak untruth. Na Bruya, Satyam Apriyam. It means two things. One is don't speak untruth. Satyam Bruya. Second is just because truth will have to be told, don't put it harshly, crudely to the client or anybody else. Even for example, your father makes a mistake, your brother makes a mistake, don't tell the truth rudely. You are speaking truth, but you should not speak it in a harsh way. You have to be spoken in a soft way. That's why Swami says, you cannot always oblige, but you can always speak oblige. So what you should do, brother, is to aim at that. And absolutely, I agree with you that today the circumstances may not be conducive for you to speak to, but you must maintain them. That is what this summer course will teach you. That is why you are here. And this you need to practice for tomorrow. It is not difficult. Try it in 10 places with 10 clients, they will appreciate you rather than speaking untruth and living for 2 months in a company. You will work there for 20 years. The first company I worked there, 14 years, one company. There were a lot of challenges. But I think God and I was like, I was put in a very, very difficult situation. I don't want to say I was a lotus flower in a garbage. I don't want to say that. But I was having a lot of challenges. And I was marketing. Plenty of challenges. Mental challenges, physical challenges, and challenges with the clients, challenges with the customer. Yet I survived because the Lord was with me. Is it clear? Coming to the second thing. I ever said that you need to Sati, Sahana is mixing with everybody. Consistency Telegam is not only with JP Nagar, not only with Jayanagar, not only with Indian, but with everybody. Mix with everybody. Mix with every foreigner. Understand that I just answering the student there. Understand their culture. Practice that which is positive. But don't compromise your culture. Understand first your culture. Practice your culture. Also pick up the good from others.
Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam.
Yeah, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is that, which is you treat everybody equally. So you can't say, okay, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, so you go to anybody's house and eat them. People today literally they know Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam we learned in culture yesterday, Tamil. I can come to your house and have lunch anytime. It's not like that. That is not our culture, right? So, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is in the mental mind that everybody are one, all are one, we are like to everyone. That is what Jesus said. Okay? That's all. One more question. At the cost of time. Short question, short answer. Yeah. One minute, I'm not able to hear you. Yeah.
So you said we must have gratitude.
Yes.
But how exactly must we show or have gratitude? Is it a feeling or an information?
Starts with feeling. It starts with feeling. It starts with the mind feeling. If you start with feeling, it will come to action. If you don't have it with the feeling, there will not be any action at all. The other person should feel your gratitude. Right? You must be thankful. Right? For example, your lecturer comes. Your own lecturer comes from there. So you have to say, what is it? No. Gratitude to gratitude. Sir, how are you? I learned all these things from when I was a student 20 years back. Now you have come, I am very happy. He will be very happy. It will touch his heart. And that will come as grace. Today, I didn't have time. So today, the youngsters, you need grace. You need grace of God. You need the blessings of your parents. If you have these two things, they are your ammunition to ensure that the challenges of life are taken. So today we neglect it. We don't realize the value of grace, God's grace. God's grace is the protection you need, not the mask that we wear. That is the mask that will give you protection. Okay? We are running out of time. Whatever questions you have, you can always, I think he's creating a WhatsApp group. You can post it in the group and we will answer. Okay? Thank you, Jai Saranam. I offer this presentation at the Divine Lotus Feet of Bhagwan Saranam.
I would like to thank Sundar sir for that wonderful presentation. He has truly given us a lot to think about and ponder and reflect and practice in our lives about Indian culture. I would like to invite our district president, Shri Sachin Shekhar sir, to offer a token of our gratitude to Sundar sir for gracing this speech.
ओम श्री साई भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबाय नमः।